Hi, it's Alexis Hasselberger, time management and productivity coach. Let me ask you a question. How many hours a day do you spend in your email? A lot? Too much? Way more than you would ever want to admit, right? I think a lot of us do. And it's frustrating. We get so many emails. This is a source of stress. I mean, I can't think of a single person that I have worked with that didn't cite email as one of the biggest stressors that they have. Not only the sheer amount coming in, but the ability to track it, the ability to respond to it, the ability to get back to people in a timely way, the ability to just not lose things in there. And so, you may have seen that I've written about and I've done some videos about using the one-touch rule for email, which is really that when you're processing your email, you really only have three choices, right? For every message that comes in, there are only three choices. One of them is archive it, just remove it from your inbox. It wasn't something you needed, or you just needed to read it, but a response was not required from you. The second thing is that you can respond right away because you have the answer, or you can find the answer in a couple of minutes. And the third is that if you can't respond right away for any number of very good reasons, that you add whatever the work is to your task list so that it can be prioritized in with other things, and you respond to the person and let them know that you got it, right? So you acknowledged it from them. But that's not what this video is about, right? This video is about a simple tweak that can help you stop spending so much time in email. And it is a tweak that is going to feel or sound probably counterintuitive. And here is what that tweak is. Stop filing your email, right? Just stop. No more filing email. Now, if you are using Outlook, it's a kind of one-to-one ratio of one email to one file, or I guess it's one to many, right? But you can only stick an email in one place, right? If you're using something like Gmail, then you have labels. You can multi-home things. You can put multiple labels on something. But either way, we spend a lot of time filing email, trying to organize email after the fact. And studies show that people who spend time filing emails spend a lot more time in their email than people who search emails, right? So we're looking for it after the fact. Are we going to navigate to it in a complicated folder structure, or are we going to search for it, right? Most of us search, even if we're navigating, right? Even if we have this complex folder structure set up, we're still searching our email to find the thing that we want to find. When we stop searching, or when we stop filing the email, then a number of things happen, right? One, we don't have that decision fatigue of filing 100 plus emails a day. I think the average is that, the average person gets 121 emails a day. And if you think about just 10 seconds of thinking, where does this go? Where does this belong? And filing it, that adds up to about 20 minutes a day, which adds up to a couple of hours over the course of the week, right? What could you do with a couple of hours if you weren't filing email? And the other thing, right, is that it doesn't make email any easier to find when we are navigating to it, right? Search has gotten really good over the years. And so it is just as easy, probably much easier to find our emails via search than navigating through a folder structure. So we save time and we save ourselves on decision fatigue when we stop filing those emails. So does this mean we should never file any email, never have any kind of organizational system? No, right? We live in a world with gray area. There might be some folders or some labels that are very important to you. Like for me, I don't label most of my email, but I have three labels that I use pretty consistently that are very helpful for me. One of them is waiting, and this is for things that I've ordered but haven't yet been delivered. Another one is taxes, right? Anything related to my taxes. So it's very easy for me to pull that up in one go when it's tax time and get everything done. And I have a label that I use for travel so that I can easily find, any kind of confirmations and things like that. But I don't do it for everything. That's just a very few number of things. Now, if you are in, certain professions, maybe there are other reasons why you might need to file email. For instance, I work with a number of lawyers and they find it easier to file email by client. That's a way that they have it there. But again, it's not, not complex, multi-leveled filing. It's just, by client. Or sometimes I work with general contractors and construction people, and they might find it easier to file emails by job. There might be reasons for them to do that. So you might have some reasons to do it, but we want to limit it to things that have actual utility. Now, if you are sitting here and thinking, this is crazy. Like, how could I not file my email? Then I just want you to experiment a little bit. So many of my clients have found that when they were able to reduce, even just reduce the number of places to file something, that they started saving a lot of time, and that this anxiety around email, a lot of that started to dissipate as well. So if you have, let's say, a whole bunch of multi-leveled folders in your email, try collapsing them so you only have the top level folders. Try that for a week, see how it goes. Or maybe you have, 35 different emails or email folders, and you could condense them into like 3 to 5 top level buckets. So instead of, every marketing project you do, it's just marketing. Or, there's some way that we can kind of condense this so that our brain has fewer choices to make. When we have fewer choices, we spend less time making those choices, right? So think about, if you are an email filer, how could you make that less burdensome on yourself? Could you stop filing email altogether? Would that work for you? Or could you reduce it just in terms of the number of folders that you have access to, so that the decision making, kind of the tax of that, doesn't affect you as much, right? And if you're still watching this video and you're feeling like, well, I'm a searcher, I don't file email, go ahead and just feel smug right now, right? Because of all the time and all the effort that you have already saved in not filing your email. Now, if you like content just like this, I will be here every week, but make sure to subscribe.
Like she said, hit that subscribe button. It's actually a really big help, and it'd be really cool if you subscribed.